Locked on Target.
Hi crew, and welcome to this week's Hot Chocolate Chronicles. And I got some excitement today. We worked on the shed out back, and actually that's that way past you guys. Put a place for my lawnmower and whatnot, and basically freed up a lot of room in the garage, which is that way, my house, and it's pretty awesome. And also, my mom loves the show, so she's heard about me doing hot chocolate from different types of hot chocolate, and she got me a bunch of different packs, and I just selected a random one, which is mocha. So today's hot chocolate is mocha flavored. So, you know, if you guys are new to the show and there's like, what is this guy going on about? I thought this was a gaming channel. Well, we're going to talk about games a bit, but we also talk about family and a few other things, because this is the show that talks about life, universe, and everything, because, you know, that's just what this is. And I run this show, so haha, if you're going to watch, go ahead. But if you don't want to watch, then, you know, don't worry about it. This is kind of a show for people that want to get to know me as a person, versus, you know, the gaming stuff I do. So, yeah, as far as stuff I still got to do today, I got a spaghetti dinner to do, and hopefully I'll get this up before I go, because if not, it'll be up like 9 o'clock. Or whatnot. So, but it might take up that long to upload and whatnot. So, because I gotta leave in 45 minutes. So, I don't know if I can finagle editing this and getting it up. The upload might cause it more than not. The uploaded render, that is. So, yeah, let's get started and get a drink of this mocha. And I haven't had this before, so you're seeing this live. First impressions. Man, that is good stuff. If you don't like coffee, probably not what you like, but I love coffee. So that mocha hot chocolate is the stuff, all right? And it, wow. I mean, wow. So I'm really looking forward to drinking the rest of that. As a matter of fact, I'm having another drink. So. Man, that's a good flavor. So, mocha hot chocolate, one of my favorites ever, and that's just really good stuff. So, as long as I'm not, you know, shilling for hot chocolate so many times, let's go ahead and start focusing on things like my family. So, my daughter's getting stronger. I think she's going to walk within the month. I will tell you guys about that in the future, but right now she tried to mimic the dog, and she went arf arf arf. Of course she goes mama and dada a little bit now, but like she does the dog noise pretty much perfect, because my parents were over helping me at the shed, and the dog was over and barking up a storm, and she loves dogs, so of course I have a barking daughter now. So yep, that's as far as family news goes. On the job front, my wife kind of maybe is going to be getting a job. She has her test in, I think, 2 weeks to get her certified for social work here in the state of Ohio. And hopefully that goes well, so we can actually work in our majors. Well, she can work in our majors. I'll still be the stay-at-home dad that plays video games for you guys when the baby's napping and whenever that, you know, time for the channel arises. So, yep, that's generally what that means. And let's move on to video games. So, there has been like no news for the video games at all this week. I mean, at all. There's been nothing. I mean, Apple did that kerfluffle with the App Store where they're like, we don't like the Confederate flag, so blah blah blah, and there's no more games on the App Store with the Confederate flag, even though we left the Dukes of Hazzard games up there, which has the Confederate flag in it. I guess they're just beyond the Confederate flag, but you know, they reversed that policy like right away. But still, it was ironic to me, because they're like, if you use the Confederate flag in your game, even if it's a historical depiction, it's no good. But, you know, we're not going to touch Dukes of Hazzard, because, you know, I grew up with Dukes of Hazzard, so that was a fun show. I mean, I didn't grow up when it's first airing, but I watched the reruns, and I loved that show. But when you don't touch the games where the General Lee clearly has a Confederate flag on the top, you know, that's a little stupid. If you're you know, because if I think of pop culture, the one iteration where the Confederate flag is, so the General Lee, like, that's what I think of when I think of the Confederate flag. I don't think of, like, oh, this promotes Southern slaves and blah, 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 and racism and whatnot. No, I think of a freaking Dodge Charger that jumps stuff and runs from the police, and it's awesome. So, you know, that's my idea of the Confederate flag, is the General Lee and Bo and Luke Duke outrunning Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane, and you know, craziness there. So the other thing I might want to talk about, which is old news by now, but I don't care. This is they don't come here for news. You come here for discussion and know things that ruffle my feathers and all that jazz. So I don't know, or what I like or what I don't like. I don't know. So you guys, we're a community here. So let's talk about something. Splitscreen is dying. One of the last great bastions of Splitscreen, which is the Halo franchise. 343 was like, yeah, we don't need those split screeners anymore. And I was like, really? Because I love Splitscreen, and even though my best buddy moved away to Arcan, I don't want to say it because they might track him down through my channel, but he had some family tiff, and I know where he lives, but his family doesn't. So he kind of moved away, several states away. We would play local co-op, and I have a few friends here that I would still play local co-op, but they don't have as much time as me to pour into video games, and I can say video games. I just like video games today for some reason. So, what's your opinion on that? I'm sad to see local co-op go away. I love local co-op. It's one of the reasons why I own a Nintendo console. I own the Wii U. Is local co-op is the best. And, you know, if I'm just playing with my wife and, you know, we're playing Mario or whatever, that's pretty great. Not gonna lie, like, I have more fun doing that than I do generally playing any other time, is when my family plays. So, when you, on the Xbox One, are like, yeah, your favorite franchise? You can't play Splitscreen anymore. I'm like, what good are you? Like, seriously. Oh, but if you want, you can buy another Xbox One and get another copy of the game, and then split your connection. And I'm like, oh, just shut up. Just stop it. Just stop. You're not serving me as a game developer by saying there's no local co-op. And on top of that, there's no LAN in the game, which is, in case I haven't mentioned it, Halo 5 Guardians is not going to have local co-op or LAN capability. And I'm like, you're just going to kill yourself as far as esports go, because if you don't have LAN support, like LAN support and Splitscreen are two different animals, okay? LAN support means the death of a LAN party, but what I'm saying is Halo is an esports game, okay? Always has been since Halo 2, okay? I played esports in Halo 1 before esports was an thing. It used to be called Clan Wars, and, well, that's dead and gone, but I used to play in Halo 1 esports. Halo 2, you know, has always been a part of esports. So when Halo says, like, oh, we are going to get rid of LAN, I'm like, goodbye esports, because no one is going to run 16 Xbox connections on the junky internet we have here at the United States at convention centers. Okay? It's bad enough that we have to do special cables to get upstreams and whatnot. I just can't imagine having to run what type of internet connection you would have to put 16 Xboxes on. And not even that. Say you want to run concurrent matches, okay? So you have concurrently, you know, a bracket of 64 players. All right, that's 64 Xbox One splitting your internet connection 64 ways to talk to a server who knows where, to tell them, oh yes, we're signed into gold. Not only that, you have to have 64 gold accounts. What are you thinking, Microsoft? Like, just step in. I mean, I can forgive no local co-op, okay? But you're shooting, because no one uses that feature. But your primary selling point, the primary way Halo 5 is going to quote-unquote stay in the news is, if they don't do, besides map packs, is going to be tournaments, alright? No one's going to play your game at tournaments if you don't, make it tournament friendly. So, I don't know what they're thinking. Like, oh, only casuals play it, and only casuals play. I know that's less than like 5% of your user base is esports, but it's an important 5%. That's the 5% that's like in front of everyone's face. That's the vocal minority, if you will, even though they're not very vocal. Like, I even watch Halo MLG matches, sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, not for me. It's all just quick scoping, and point control. I mean, that's pretty simple stuff. And that's all that new Halo is point control. It's not like, yeah, but I won't get into current MLG versus old MLG. But that's a whole new discussion that I don't want to get into. But it's all pressure, and it boils down to almost a MOBA type thing. And I'm like, I just want to watch a MOBA if this is what you guys do. Excuse me. But again, that's unedited, and that's not because I'm tired, because, well, I am physically tired because I did a lot of physical work. And I'm not bored. Trust me, I am not bored. It's probably just because I wore myself out working at this. I also, in real life news, got to teach FL Studio and Audacity to one of the pastors at my church, who my music pastor, who is in the process of being fired, has his paycheck paid up to August, but then they're letting him go. And trying to teach him how to do freelance music production. That was a lot of fun this week. Also, I met a Finnish gamer through the AJSA community, which I am part of, which is the Angry Joe shows, our Angry Joe army, pretty much, our Angry Army. But I pretty much participate in the forums over there, and I met a gamer through there. He's a pretty cool guy, showing me some like Finnish folk songs and not folk songs, but rock songs and whatnot. And I like that kind of stuff. We haven't gotten to play together, but making new friends. So that's, I think, it for Hot Chocolate Chronicles. What do you guys think of Splitscreen dying? Do you guys even play Splitscreen anymore? Do you guys want Splitscreen in your games, knowing that those resources could be diverted towards some other form of game development? For me, I really want games to have Splitscreen, and I'm not going to jump down your throat if you believe otherwise, because I know I'm in the minority here. But, I grew up with Splitscreen gaming. It's a part of who I am, and it's a part that I don't want to lose of myself. I play PC now, and ironically, more PC games are getting split screen. This is the ironic thing. More PC games are getting split screen now than console games. Where does that make sense? Please tell me where if you would have told me that 5 years ago, I would have laughed in your face and said, no, nope, not going to happen. But now it is. That's stupid. I cannot believe that. Anyways, I think that's good. Let's have another drink to wrap up. So, mocha hot chocolate. That is pretty great. So, until we meet again, stay on target.